What's this, new assistant of yours like?
Oh, green like all the others. Thinks I'm some sort of antique.
Kids. They think they know it all.
Oh, he'll learn. Once he stops trying to teach me how to do things the modern way.
The surgery's like something out of the Ark. We'll have to do something about that, honestly.
Now, don't you go rushing your fences. Start telling your gaffer how to spend his money and you'll find yourself looking for another job if you're not careful.
I know. He doesn't seem to chuck it about, exactly.
Never mind. Just you make haste slowly. Let him get used to you first.
Ah, get used to me. I don't think he even knows who I am. Mind you, he was very impressed with my needlework. I told him that was because you taught me how to darn and sew years ago.
I told you that would come in useful someday, didn't I? Every man should learn how to sew. You never know when you're going to need it.
Well, young Ronald, you see...
Ronald?
I told you he doesn't know who I am. I only hope he's better with animals than he is with people. You seem to have the makings of a good surgeon. If you stick to that, forget all your fancy ideas about antibiotics and stuff, I dare say we'll get on all right. He seems very suspicious of anything new.
Oh, well, you can't educate an old dog in one day, can you? Come on, stand up. Now then, what do you think of that?
What on earth is it?
It's a costume for one of the chaps on Bank Holiday Monday. We're having a float from the community centre in the parade. all the dads are going dressed as babbies at the clinic. Do you like it?
Sounds hilarious.
Well, as long as we have a bit of fun, that's all that matters, isn't it? So, do you reckon you'll stick it then?
You just watch. I'll be a partner before you know it.
Well, we're not planning to let this new lad loose on my animals.
He is my assistant, Howard.
Exactly. Don't pay for assistance, I pay for experience. What do I tell my directors if something goes wrong? Our stock's valuable, you know.
Well, I can't come every time.
I don't see why not. My job that's at stake.
Yes, I know. But I do have other clients. And some of them have emergencies as well.
Other clients are not married to your sister, Horace. I give you the contract as a special favour as my brother-in-law. I reckon I'm entitled to special treatment. God knows my job's not the easiest at the best of times. I would have thought that the least you could do was...
Look, Howard, I only come at all as a special favour to you. Contract doesn't pay that well. In fact, it's hardly worth the trouble.
Pays well enough, I'm sure. You should hear the directors complaining about the cost of treatment. They're always telling me to cut it down.
Another satisfied customer, I thought?
Client, Mr. Turner. This is a profession, not a trade.
Ah, yes, of course, client. Any more clients?
Just the one, a new patient. Next, please. Hello.
Hello.
Come on.
Aren't you,
Shirley Harblaster,
That's right. You live near my grandmother.
21 Mill Street. You used to come and stay with your gran, didn't you?
When I was young.
Don't suppose you remember me from them, though.
Oh, of course I do.
Really?
Really? You were only little, of course. Now, what have we here?
My dad's whippet. He's gone lame.
Does your dad race him?
Oh, he's one corpse, haven't you, Flash?
Right, let's have him up on the table, shall we? That's a good boy. Come on. Now then, how long has he been like this?
Oh, quite a while.
Days, weeks,
Weeks, I suppose.
months? I see. And this is the first time he's been seen by a vet?
Well, my dad usually tried to do everything for Flash himself. But I thought, well, it's not getting any better. Perhaps he ought to have it looked at.
Quite right.
It's serious.
Well, it's hard to say. I can't feel anything. He hasn't had an accident. Pulled a muscle while he was racing. Had a knock or anything.
Well, for years, he hasn't raced for ages.
Since he went lame.
Well, he's getting a bit past it now, poor old thing.
And your dad couldn't bring him in himself?
They're doing a lot of overtime.
Well, there does seem to be some stiffness here. This lump is a scar from an old wound. It could have something to do with it. I'll give him something to ease it.
How do you like it, being back up here?
Oh, fine. It's like being back home.
I expect you'll find it very boring, though, after London.
I dare say I'll find things to do.
There's not much. I go dancing a lot myself.
Really? Right, hold him still for me, will you, please? There you go, Flash. There you go, good boy.
Do you like dancing?
What? Oh, yes, of course.
I go to the Masonic Hall every Saturday. It's a very good dance. You don't get the rough types who go down the town hall. They've got a lovely floor. Canadian maple. And it's fully sprung.
That sounds good. Now then, I want you to give him half a tablet 3 times a day. And bring him back to see us at the end of the week. Right?
Right. You ought to come on Saturday. You'd like it.
What?
The dance at the Masonic.
Oh, yes, I'll think about it.
Do I have to pay you now?
No, not if you're coming back.
That's all right then. I'll see you at the end of the week.
Yes. I've told her to come back at the end of the week.
You will.
Is that it for today, then?
There's just one visit.
Visit? I thought Mr. Webb was doing the visits.
And he wants to introduce you to a very important client.
Yes, of course.
He says he'll meet you there,
Where?
at the zoo.
Ah, here you are at last, Donal. Everything all right at the surgery?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Webb. No problems.
I should hope not. This is my new assistant, Mr. Turner. Mr. Reilly, the head keeper, and Ted, who's in charge of the great apes.
How do you do?
You'd be straight out of college, I suppose.
More or less, yes.
I thought so. Right you are then, Ted, my son. Try giving him some of Mr. Webb's potion. See how much good it does.
Good. Now, where's the other patient?
Right, this way, gentlemen.
You like zoos, Donald?
No, not much. To tell you the truth, I'm rather scared of lions and tigers and things.
Of course you are. So you should be. They're dangerous animals.
You never said the zoo was part of the practice.
Didn't I? Must have slipped my memory. It's very important for you to know your way around here, just in case I can't come myself any time.
Well, I couldn't treat these animals. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Quite simple. You treat them like the nearest domestic equivalent. A zebra is much like a horse. They're both equines. And lions and tigers and so on, well, they're just big cats, aren't they?
Well, I don't think that's quite true. I only had one lecture on exotic species in a 5-year course, but even so...
Never mind all that. You just do as you're told while you're my assistant.
Yes, but I don't think I can.
If you're called, you come and you do the best you can. Important thing is that if anything goes seriously wrong, the manager must be able to tell his directors and the insurance company that he called in the experts.
Experts?
Come on, time is money and the patient's waiting.
Hey, now then, hurry. Here's the vets come to see Mary. You know Mr. Webb.
Yes, hello, Mr. Webb.
Hello, Harry. And this is his latest assistant. What did you say your name was again, young fella?
Mr. Turner.
That's right. Well, there you are, then.
Oh. Here we are. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on.
Very big, isn't she?
Ah, she is. Good girl.
African?
Aye, African, that's right.
What seems to be the trouble?
Well, Mary's got sore udder. Aye.